Hey everyone, today I will be going over the full body split today, from what it is, how to program it and why it's good, and also why it is not vaulted. So whether you're just starting out, coming back from a break, or just want to try a new split with higher frequency, this one will be the right fit for you. So starting off, what is a full body split? Well, as the name suggests, pretty obviously, it's a split where you train all your major muscle groups in one day. And the most common way the split is used is a three times a week structure. So you will train on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or any other selection of days. Some people also don't follow a typical weekly structure and go every other day regardless. The choice is yours, really. And it all depends on your preference, to be honest. The exact days of training don't really matter. Just choose a routine which you know you'll be able to stick to consistently, as consistency is the most important factor here, regardless of what split you do. Another common factor you'll find with full body splits is to focus on compound lifts. This is due to the fact that not only are compound lifts just great for strength and hypertrophy, but it will also allow you to train more muscle groups without wasting more time in the gym. Now that we've briefly discussed what full body is, time for the pros and cons. The first pro, and one of its main selling points, is the fact that you only have to train three times a week while still achieving the same hypertrophic stimulus you get if you're training six times a week. Because of this, it's very convenient if you have a busy schedule, and as touched upon before, the split does have a high frequency as you'll be hitting your muscles three times a week, which provides an optimal stimulus for hypertrophy. Also, it allows you to maximize recovery as you have four rest days a week, with the maximum time without providing stimulus to your muscles being 48 hours, allowing you to avoid atrophy and helping you be fresh for every workout session. The final point I want to touch upon for the pros is that this split is amazing for beginners or those returning from long breaks. In fact, it's pretty much great for everyone regardless. It's simple, convenient, and doesn't demand too much out of you since you are only working out 3 days a week. However, that being said, on those workout days, you will be working out much longer than usual, which brings me to the first obvious con of the split: longer workout times. Unlike something like PPL, where you're most likely doing two or three muscle groups in a session, in full body you are doing, well, you can probably guess, but your full body. And this means that you are going to do more exercises per session if you want to hit all your muscle groups. And following this point, since you are hitting all your muscle groups in one session, you will be fatigued, as you'll be demanding much more from your muscles and in turn CNS. This leads to very high recovery demand, which is why most people who do full body mainly do two sets, sometimes even one, to try and minimize fatigue mid session so that it doesn't heavily impact the other exercises. That being said, you will also be doing less volume compared to a 3 times 12, but the high intensity and frequency of the split will make up for it. Lastly, you will have limited focus on specific muscle groups as everything will be hit on the same day. And you don't need to worry because there is a fix for this though. If you want to focus on a specific muscle group in a split, like full body, where there isn't much to focus on, do exercises for the body part you want to focus on first, as recruitment is higher when you're fresh, so you'll be able to more effectively stimulate it. For example, if you want to grow your biceps, start doing your curls or other bicep movements you want to do first in your workout rather than last. Quickly skim over this section, I'll be going over what muscle groups you will be covering in a full body session. As it is full body, this shouldn't come to a surprise to you, but in every session you will cover, well, your full body. This includes the following: chest, your back, your legs, which also includes your quads, hamstrings, and glutes, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and core. Now, a quick note: abs are not made in the kitchen, guys. They're made in the gym and shown in the kitchen. Don't fall for it. It's practically one of the most biggest fitness cons of the century. But aside from that, you can choose to train these muscles in any order. Preferably one you want to focus on first in order to make the most of your fresh nervous system and greater recruitment. Here is a simple weekly layout you can follow. On Monday or the first day of your workout plan, you have a session and then a day of rest after. Then you have another session and another day of rest, followed by another workout session after that, ending with 2 days of rest, and then you repeat the whole cycle. It doesn't have to be Monday as day one, you could start on Tuesday. It all depends on your availability. Some people also run full body every other day. In the end, you will get in more workout sessions like that compared to this, but it doesn't follow a rigid schedule, which is why that execution of a full body split isn't really as common, as people do have lives outside of the gym and they can't really account for that if you're going every other day. Alright, time for the main part of the video, the actual workouts you'll be doing. Now, these are just samples, so you don't have to follow these exact routines I'm going to give you. You can make amendments of your own. The first sample workout I have is going to be a chest-focused workout with a secondary focus on the quads. All of these exercises, by the way, will be to failure or 1 RIR, depending on if you can recover from it or not. Now, you're going to be doing 1 to 2 working sets per exercise to minimize fatigue and to speed up time, as you probably have a life outside of the gym, stuff to do, whatever that is. Doesn't matter what exercise you start off with as well, guys. Whatever floats your boat. First exercise will be an incline dumbbell curl. The second being a normal pushdown, rope or bar. Doesn't really matter. And some lateral raises to finish off the arms. For this day, we will be doing 2 chest exercises. Those being an incline Smith machine bench to absolutely fry your upper pec. And to finish off, we have some chest flies. We've also got in some barbell rows in there with some pure elevated squats to add a greater focus on the quads, pairing that with a back up set. Finally, to finish off, we have some lying leg curls. I would recommend to do around 4 to 8 reps per exercise using heavy loads to make up for the lower volume with higher intensity. Time for sample workout 2, this time with a focus on the back. We have some hammer curls to start off, then some form of overhead extension or skull crusher, something to bias the long head, and then some shoulder press, all close to or at failure. Then for the chest, we have some bench press. If you have shoulder problems with this, you can swap it out for another pressing movement, perhaps with a machine instead. Then for the back, we have some barbell rows for a horizontal pulling movement, and then a lat pull down or pull ups, whatever floats your boat again, for our vertical pulling movement. Finishing off, we have some leg press for the quads and hamstring curls for the hamstrings. As for the core, I know I didn't include it in the previous workout day either, but hanging leg raises and crunches is all you really need. Just make sure to do them either in between workout days or at the end to finish it off. Don't neglect them, guys, and remember to consistently hit them, as they are like any other muscle group as well, and they need stimulus to grow. Time for sample workout 3, the final one. So starting off, we have biceps with dumbbell curls or barbell curls. Following that, we have triceps with another long head movement. This time it can be JM press or another overhead extension. Then for shoulders, we have shoulder press and rear delt flies. Following that, we have chest flies with cable flies. Then for your back, we're going to do seated cable rows. Your quads, my leg extension, and for hamstrings, this time RDL. So the last day, I've made it a arm focused day. Doesn't have to be. It's just that I know some guys have lacking arms, me included. So a nice focus on them will be good to help bring them up. So who should use a full body split? The first person who I think that a full body split will be ideal for is beginners or those who have taken a long break from fitness. This is because since you are training all the muscle groups in your body, it will prevent you from having any lagging body parts, as you won't skip anything or bias any other muscles over the other. It also provides you with a solid understanding of each of the common movements involved in each muscle group. Moving on, another one is people who have busy schedules. People with trigger warning, by the way, guys. JOBS, jobs. Tough word to spell out, I know, but it's true. The split does allow busy people to hit all their muscle groups with high frequency as well, without having to interfere too much with the schedules. However, that being said, on the days they do train, they will have to spend a large amount of time in the gym, and less on their other activities such as working at their job. Lastly, this one applies to all splits really, but those who enjoy it, you don't want to do a split where you feel like you're dragging yourself constantly. Over time, you'll just hate the gym altogether, and that'll creep into your workouts, leading to crappy sessions and maybe even less gains. As long as you hit your muscles 2 times a week minimum, and make sure you're progressively overloading, you're good no matter the split. Finish off the video, I'm going to go over some key takeaways. So the full body split allows you to hit every muscle group 3 times a week across 3 different training days. It provides a high frequency with the downside of having longer workout sessions. Overall, it's well balanced and an effective split to maximize your gains. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any other video recommendations, guys, and remember, train hard.